and welcome to We're All Fine, the podcast that provides unsolicited advice and especially unsolicited opinions. I am one of your hosts, Holly, and this is my co-host, Carley. Guys, we are really excited to be doing this recording today because Carley has been gone for a while. She was traveling to Europe.
Worldly woman.
And I missed you terribly. I know you said off mic we were talking about how you were only gone for like a week and a half. And I thought it was like a month. I legitimately thought it was like 3 weeks.
No, I get it. I missed you. I missed this. I missed us. I was in Germany. I was international with it because, I was helping a friend. If it wasn't for her, it wouldn't have been possible. But
so fancy. Was Germany cool?
Oh, Germany is amazing. Okay, so here are the things that I took away. As an American, we always love to say, "Oh, I want to live as the locals do" on our trips, and then we stay in like the heart of the city at like really nice bougie hotels usually, and we eat at diners or delis, and especially in Germany, like we drink beer all day and sauerkraut and wieners and all this
stuff. Sounds magical. I love wieners.
I mean, I've met a few, but I actually did get to live like a local. We woke up, we were staying in an apartment. My friend is German, born and raised, and then moved to America, and then we went over there for a little bit. And we woke up and we walked to the market, or it was very much a real life experience. Watched a lot of German TV.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
When I tell you, okay, so one of the things that I rate a good movie on is if the actor does what I call hanging dong, because we get to see beautiful boobies all the time, but very rarely in movies or film, or especially on TV, do we ever get to see a man's penis. Like, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a couple of, like HBO and Max movies but you're right. Hanging dong is we're lacking that in American entertainment.
And I mean, one of my favorite shows, Minx, is great. They have a whole, it's so good. They have that whole hanging dong compilation.
Oh my gosh,
I'm just obsessed with.
That was a little overwhelming for me. That was a whole lot of hanging dong.
They were hung by the chimneys with care. But there's this German TV show. I don't know the name of it. I cannot pick up German. I cannot. I can't pick up any language. I don't do accents. I'm just not. It's not my thing. But there's this German TV show that we watched where there's one person that's wanting to date other people. So all of the contestants are behind, like they're in like little glass cubicles that have a cover in the front. And
it's like Love at First Sight or Love is Blind kind of thing.
But better, because everybody is being very honest about the fact that they are in this 100% for like physical attraction. So it's not like Jeremy pretending like he loves Lisa, blah blah blah. Like, no. So all of the contestants are naked, and then the person who gets to choose their partner gets to see, and what they do is they start like at knees, and you're like, oh, somebody's feet, okay, whatevs. And I don't know what they were saying. I don't know if they were highly critical or if they were like, oh, everybody's beautiful. I don't know. So it was really fun for me.
To each other, or is this just based entirely on like what
they don't talk until the end, from what I could tell? So it's a host, and then like the person that gets to choose who they want, and then they kick people off from like knees down, and then they go to crotch down, and so then you just hang dong all the time, or you see beautiful ginas, like just beautiful lady bits, and then they kick people off from that, and then you go to like boobies or chest, and then you do face last.
Face is the last thing, so like they could just be staring like at naked people. Also, for people listening, what's super funny, you can't see Carley doing it, but she's having to like use her hands to do like charade style, as if I don't know what the shape of a vagina is. So she's creating this like upside down triangle just to like really help set the stage for me to understand. And then when she's talking about dong, she puts her hands together like parallel to each other. Like she's like, this is a box. This is the hangy dong, and then when I make a triangle, it's vagina. I
Well, I
I
could have
find
just
it
like hung my forearm,
okay. That's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying.
But it's such a fun show. But here's why I like it. Because at first I was like, oh, this is super objectifying. Because again, I don't know what they're saying. But when the last two contestants are there, the main person who gets to choose has to go get naked. And then they're like on even playing field. And the people can be like, I don't like what you look like naked. So I don't want to date you either. Or they can be like, yeah, I do feel like I like what you look like naked. So we can do this. And I loved that. Like, that was the point where I was sold.
So this is a game show?
Yeah, it's a dating game
Oh
show
my
in
God, this
Germany.
sounds like a horror film. Like the whole idea is like, love me for my personality and
Yeah.
for my face, and then it will, hopefully you can look over any imperfections of me naked.
I mean, it was like the Grinder or Tinder of dating shows. It was honest. Everybody was there for what they were there for, and I liked it. You should watch it. It's really good. It's actually addicting. All
Do
of a
they
sudden, I
ever do
caught
any
myself.
like second date follow-ups? Because that's what I want. Is like they were like, look, this person will not stop talking, but those knees were so attractive that I was willing to just listen to them talk.
You know, the ankles on that one. I don't know. I
Like the
honestly,
Amish version of it. She showed her ankles, and I knew.
I knew we would be together. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they do second date updates. I want to find the show though, because I've never understood Bachelor Nation ever in my life, but I would absolutely like hashtag naked people fan club. I don't remember what the show is called. Blind Attraction. I don't know.
Okay,
It
well,
was
now
just
I have to
dongs.
look it up. And I'm a little worried about what my Google search engine is gonna, like what my search history is gonna show, and like with all of the keywords I use to find this. But I thank you
You're welcome. You're
for what I'm
welcome.
about to, this journey I'm about to embark on. So thanks.
I'm just here to enlighten the world.
I mean, after that, I don't even know how you can top hanging dong, but do you have, clearly we're talking about travel today and some travel stories. So Carley, do you have something to kick us off that maybe has more clothes on?
Yes, it's very PG. I think all of us have had terrible travel days, travel experiences, vacations that didn't like live up to the hype maybe, or like being stuck on a tarmac for 7 hours before the flight even took off. Like, these are all things that I've heard. So as I was searching for this could be worse, I found one that I thought was very relatable, but also one of my biggest fears. I'm the type of person that I like to get to the airport 4 hours before my flight, no matter what. I don't care, because I want to
Four
sit at my
hours?
Yes, because so I worked at Denver International Airport when I was in college. And when I tell you the amount of people I saw miss their flights and they would say I was here 2 hours before was daily. At least 5 people that came into the little store that I worked in. So that told me that I could either have a stressful travel day or I could sit at a gate and watch Netflix and get on my plane and not have an issue. So that is who I became.
Wow. All right.
But this person has had their fair share. The title of this little blurb that I found was, I accidentally fell asleep. And I was like, what does that have to do with travel? Like, was the mattress not good? Nope, it's worse. So this person, this was their first travel experience that was solo. And it
Oh,
was also their first international trip, which brave. Yes.
wow. Go big or go home.
Yeah, right? Like, you couldn't have just like you can literally fly to the city over. But yeah, so this person, their first international trip, first solo trip, decided to go to Turkey. And the trip was amazing. Everything was wonderful, but things started to get a little dicey a couple hours before the person was supposed to get on the flight. So packed their suitcase, headed down to the lobby to catch the airport shuttle, and the shuttle was a little bit late. So the person was like, oh, like, I'll just sit on this very soft, cushy couch and wait for the shuttle. And the bellhop said, yeah, people sit here all the time. We'll let you know. Well, this person, I guess, really liked that soft little couch because they fell asleep.
No.
No one came to wake this person up. The shuttle came and went, and they woke up 3 hours after they sat their cute little self on that couch.
Oh my gosh.
Missed their flight, called their family members, crying, freaking out, like not knowing exactly what to do, like all of us would have. Went to talk to staff to say, like, please help me, like, how do I do this? What can I do? And the staff was not helpful. They were like, we don't know what to do to help you with this. A local approached them and offered if this person that fell asleep, if the traveler paid them, they could assist them, but that wasn't going to be real. Totally a scam. They eventually got onto a Turkish hotline for the airline, and the airline did not have any more flights going or coming for 3 days.
Shut up.
Because they were striking. The airline was striking. And this person did not have enough money to change their flight to a different airline. So they had to just move everything over. So they ended up staying in Turkey for a couple more days and then now has decided that they are never going to solo travel again.
Okay, that's a pretty big reaction to taking a nap. I mean, first of all, this person, the trust, my God, the trust, like falling asleep in a public place, that is nuts, especially in a like foreign land, and you're just gonna sleep out there. What,
By
your
yourself.
luggage is, I mean, great. I would never even allow myself to fall asleep at the airport. Like you just,
Nope.
unless you have everything handcuffed to your body, and even then, I mean, it's hard to trust. I can't. And that's even if you think they would touch your things, not even if you're afraid of like bodily injury.
Right.
And
Well,
like
yeah.
how tired must you be to go, you know what? I don't even care if somebody takes my shit or if, I get touched inappropriately. Like, damn it, this couch is so soft and my need for sleep so strong.
Right.
I'm just going to risk it. I'm just throw caution to the wind.
Yeah. Like my anxiety, even medicated, my anxiety monster would be like, you will stay awake, wait for that shuttle. Like there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I mean, at the minimum, you set an alarm on your phone.
Yeah. Well, and like a bellhop saying, yeah, dude, I'll wake you up. Like you're not his first priority. Why
You're
would
not
you
even
ever
his
put that
friend.
on? No.
Did you tip him? Doesn't sound like it.
No. That's the thing is, if I'm in a bellhop position where tips are very customary or whatever the word is, if I offered to wake you up and you just go, oh, okay, cool, thanks.
Yeah, no. Like, hello, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, I think I just got busy, Dave. Wow, real busy. Not waking you up. Good luck in your travels.
We can look at Dave sleeping. You know what? Dave looks like a peaceful little angel. Let's just leave him there.
Leave him there. Maybe he'll think about that next time.
Fucking Dave.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. Is my legitimate nightmare. Missing, knock on wood, I have never missed a flight that I was supposed to be on ever. Now have airlines completely fucked me and canceled my flights. I had one flight, I had a connection flight and I was in the air and they canceled my next flight.
Oh,
and
no.
That was, I was one of the victims of Southwest 2 years ago. If you remember, like all those people stranded in the airport for Christmas.
Oh my God, are you okay? Do you have travel PTSD?
When I tell you that was probably the most stressful, we've talked about it a little bit before about like how my husband didn't like confront any of the people or save us. I'm not upset about it. I've worked through it in therapy, but like I ended up not getting because we had Christmas presents because it was for Christmas. We didn't get our luggage back for almost 3 weeks after the week and a half that we had our vacation. Our car seat, all of our suitcases. We were just getting calls from the airport by our, like, 20 minutes from our house. Hey, we found another one of your suitcases. Do you want to come get it? So yeah, my daughter had Christmas all the way through the month of January.
You know what? Look at that. That's a positive. Let's put that in the win column.
Yeah, she loved it. She was the winner there. So
Christmas all month.
yeah.
See, I've never missed a flight, but I did arrive to the airport without my driver's license. And the airport it's like 2 hours away from our house. And my husband and I, we were going to Las Vegas. It was like even worse for like a couple's weekend. And I forgot my driver's license. We didn't have time to drive back home and get it back. And so I was like, oh my God. And I'm totally panicking. Well, come to find out, little known rule is that if you're flying domestically, they will take a different form of ID, but they just have to check you out. So as long as it has your picture on it. So I think I had it was like I don't know, Macy's card or something like that had my picture on it. Like, I don't remember. So they took that, but I had to do like a separate frisking down.
Right.
So they're doing the whole like pat down, but it's like not super invasive. But then they have like, their little rubber gloves on or the plastic gloves, and they're going down my jeans. And let me tell you, I was very excited about this trip. So I'm wearing new jeans and I didn't wash them because I just got them. And I was like, I'm just going to wear them like this. And I know you're supposed to, but I didn't. And I'm thinking, I look so good. They take the gloves off after they've patted me down and they run it through a machine, which immediately tests positive for explosives. So here I am with no driver's license. I've tested positive for explosives. And so they immediately whisk me away into a private room. And I'm like, what is going on? They're like, sorry, ma'am, we need you to stay in here. And I freak out. So I like go and to hug my husband, like you just kind of like lean to your person for comfort.
Yeah.
And they lost their shit at us because they thought that I was passing the bomb to him during that hug. So they had to check him out, then escort him out of the room. Then they had a female security guard come in who now has to do a way more invasive check. Yes. And she's like, okay, now I know before no one used the palm of their hands for this check, but I have to now. And I was like, oh my God. And she is all up in my business. Like I kept thinking, could we do dinner first? Or can I at least get your first name? I mean, I for real had a girlfriend by the end of this, and she's down on her knees with her hands like reaching dangerously close to my hoo-ha. And she goes, are these new jeans? And I was like, girl, now is not the time to be complimenting me on this outfit. Like I'm already feeling very uncomfortable about the way our relationship is starting. Right. And I was like, yes. And she goes, oh, yeah, that's why you tested positive for explosives. Apparently the dyes in denim, especially new denim, will test positive. So that's why you always wash them before you go to the airport. Just heads up, friend. That is something. So they did not find a bomb in my cooter. So that was lucky for everybody. And I was sorry. So cooter. So we're now running to the gate and I'm like crying because I've been so fully violated. And I get to the next gate and they're like, okay, I just need your driver's license and the ticket. And I was like, oh my God, I don't have a driver's license, you guys. Please, like there's nothing else that you can check on me. And I give them a ticket. They're like, oh, okay. And then they look at me and they go, wait a second. Aren't you going to Las Vegas? And I'm like, yes. And it's the worst. I'm not going to be able to drink or gamble. Like, this is awful. So I called my dear, dear friend and Angel. And I was like, Angel, go into our house. And I think my driver's license is in the back pocket of a pair of pants on my floor. Like this was a real friend test. And so he did. And then he overnighted my driver's license to our hotel in Vegas. And in the meantime, we're on Spirit. Airlines, which everybody knows, like, they're going to charge you to, like, they were like, ooh, is that a deep breath? I'm sorry, that's an extra $1.50. Like, so
100%.
yeah. So I was shocked when the flight attendant, he was like super fabulous, gives me just free drinks the whole time because he feels so bad for my situation. And then when we leave, fills an entire vomit bag full of mini alcohol bottles and sends me with it.
Oh my God.
No. So even though
That's a hero. Like,
yeah,
that's a
it was
hero.
uncomfortable, but I feel like I left the airport with
Yeah.
a new girlfriend and a new friend and maybe a little bit of an alcohol problem. But I think overall, they worked out.
I mean, little miracles, it's not even like a happy accident, you know, because this is way cooler than a tree. But like, when I tell you, I can relate to this story far more than I think most could. From the time that I was just a wee lad, I have been stopped by TSA.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like, I don't know if you know this, Holly, but this is the face of a potentially very dangerous person if you ask anyone in
Yeah.
TSA.
Well, because it's always the adorable ones that are packing. Like,
Like, the first time it ever happened, this was back in, like, I don't know, 1832, when I was just a tiny little thing. I don't even think I had boobs yet, but we were flying from Arizona to Colorado or to California. I don't know where we were going. And I had gaucho jeans, which for the youths that listen to this, those are just, they're like the cool Y2K flare jeans, but they're a little bit shorter.
those are
So
back
I
in
had,
style, by the way.
are
Just,
gauchos really back?
yeah, heads up.
Okay, well, I'm probably not going to try them out now, but I was cute as shit in them when I was little. Pre-puberty Carly was a gaucho queen. And so, but this
I believe
cute
it.
little gaucho pants had a belt that was attached, like sewn on. And I didn't think about it. My adults didn't think about it. So I'm walking through security and boop, 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 boop. And they're like, here, go back through. And I'm like, okay. So I go back through, boop, 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 boop. And they pull me to the side and they start waving me down. And it's my belt, right? Like right on my belly. And I'm like, oh, it's my belt. And they go, mm-hmm. So I'm a minor. They call my mom over. They don't take me into a back room or anything, but they were like, go ahead and just undo the belt and like so that we can prove that like there's nothing there. So I was like, okay. So I undo the belt and I like pull it down a little bit. My like little girl undies are showing.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
like just a little bit, like it wasn't super bad, but here was the worst part. I look up and I'm just at an age where boys seem like they are these incredible mythical creatures that I want to like me, right? Like
Yeah,
they're all
right.
unicorns.
Sure.
And I look up and there's a boys lacrosse team of like high school boys and they're all there. And they were the hottest boys my tiny little prepubescent eyes had ever seen. And my cute little like
Oh
daffodil
God.
printed undies and my gaucho pants. And the lady's like waving around. And she's like, okay, you're good. Go ahead. Do it. That was the first time. One time my daughter assaulted a TSA agent.
What?
Oh my gosh, she was like maybe a year and a half. And of course I go through security. I don't beep, but they pull my suitcase over to the side anyways, or my carry-on, and they start wiping me down with these like white pieces of paper and they're putting
Yep.
them in the machine and they're like, you're testing positive. And I was like, positive for what? And I'm holding my tiny little babe, right? And so they're still wiping me and they pull me over all the way to the side, not in a room. I've never gotten a room. I guess public
Well,
humiliation is like
yeah,
my kink I didn't know about.
you have to wear new jeans to get a private room and then
Oh,
try
well,
and pass a bomb off to your husband.
to your husband. That's actually really good to know.
Hmm.
Me being like a young mom with a tiny baby, I guess, made me look real suspicious. But anyways, this TSA agent is like, I'm gonna use the back of my palm and I'm gonna have to go across your body part.
Right.
And they still let me hold my child because she's tiny. And so I'm holding her. And the TSA agent takes their hand and wipes it across my boobs. And I guess she decided that those were still hers because she smacks the TSA agent as hard as she can. Like, I'm talking rears back
Like,
and
slap,
smacks the TSA agent and
bitch,
goes,
that's my
no.
lunch.
Yeah, literally. She was like, no, touch my mom.
Whoa.
I still don't know what I was testing positive for, but now I know it's explosives. But in the moment,
Yeah,
I was like, what? What did I do?
Now, I'm curious because you have like this big, luxurious mane of hair. I've had my hair, like they had to come feel the bun in my hair because they thought
Mhm.
I was hiding something in there. Have you had that?
Oh yeah, they'll make me take my hair out and then like have to like shake it. I've had it before where they've made me like pull out all of my pockets. I've had it once where they made me sit down in a chair and they like patted my legs even more so. Literally, I am stopped by TSA more often than I am not. And so I guess I just look like a rebel without a cause or a drug smuggler. I don't know.
Yeah, no, seriously, because I think when you're fun sized as you are, I think that's really
Thanks.
their clue. They're like, whoa,
Well,
she looks like a walking party.
that's
We gotta check her.
it's true.
I have had like they've checked my luggage a lot. Like my luggage gets stopped a lot for various and sundry things. And like the first time I ever got stopped was on the way to Jamaica for my honeymoon. And we had some really inappropriate toys all up in that bag. We were planning on having just a very exciting honeymoon.
Yeah,
And
it's your
um,
honeymoon.
they just opened it and had to dig through all of it. And I thought, okay, future self, never become a TSA agent. I just did not want my hands ever having to touch people's shit. Like that was just absolutely not. Never, never.
Like no thank you.
No.
No thank you.
I think we're going to have to do a whole nother episode on travel because there's just like it's endless. And yeah, this is going to have to, there's going to be a part 2 at some point for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I
But I'm
feel like
really glad that you're back.
oh, thanks, friend. I am too. I leave for Disneyland next week to celebrate my second daughter's birthday, and so that'll be
Aww.
great. And I know it will be way less hectic than like my last travel experience. But yeah, it'll be good. And like the advice, because we haven't done that. I haven't even shared opinions. I don't know. Who am I today?
Oh,
I will say, one, my advice for traveling is build an itinerary that you're willing to change if necessary. Two,
good one.
never plan anything until after 11 a.m. because you never know if you're going to be tired or if the bed is going to suck and you need some like reprieve time. And three, always get to the airport more like earlier than you think you need to. Airports are not built to make your traveling easier. It is to catch people doing something wrong. And the way that they can do that is if they make you stand and wait for longer than normal. Because they can see if you're sweaty, they can see if you're doing something wrong, they can see if you look nervous or fidgety. So airports are not built for efficiency. They are built to like kind of take time. So always get to an airport before you think you need to.
Oh my God, I never thought of it that way. Wow. Talk
Yeah.
about sadness.
Well,
All right. Well, damn. I guess we'll just end on the a positive affirmation because that's
just like ruined
maybe
airports for everyone. I'm so
like
sorry.
maybe that's what we need as we travel. So let's go right to today's crowning moment. Okay, so here we go. Here is our affirmation for today and what we say before we travel. And that is, I am more than my circumstances dictate. I am more than my circumstances dictate. I am not just someone's plaything covered in bomb dust. No, no. I am not some idealist alcoholic on a Spirit airline. No. I am better than all of this. And I will remember that for next time.
I love that. I enjoy that. Yes, that is in my circumstances allow, which is flying economy on any international flight. I'm more than this.
I'm doing snaps for you right now. Like, yes, yes, queen, yes. All right, well, guys, we thank you for sticking around with us. We are so excited. We continue every week. We've got more downloads, more listeners, we would like to ask you, this is our big ask for you, tell your friends about us. Refer people. Get more people to share in this experience so that you guys can talk about it. You can share these stories. I love hearing from you guys. I love the comments that get texted to me, DM'd to me. So keep it up. It's magical. But follow us on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, really anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
We're versatile.
And find us on Instagram at We're All Fine Podcast. Same on Facebook. Join us. Share in our joy. We would just love that.
We would. It's okay to be a follower if you're following us.
I just highlighted that in my brain. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time. We love you.
Bye.